Hey there, I'm Jessica Lee, aka some people call me the Secret Psychic. I also go by Intuitive Jessica Lee. So this is where I was working a couple months ago for about 2 years. This also used to be like my first real job, but I quit a couple months ago. I could not handle it anymore. The corruption, the lies, the manipulations, the abuse. I'm not into toxic environments, so I had to make a big choice. It took a leap of faith. And so I'm here on Bitwine now, or again, I should say. I was here under the Secret Psychic name. You can probably still look up my account, but I was here years ago. I did readings professionally as an online psychic starting in 2007. I mean, I was born this way, but in 2007, that's when I made the change. You know, I went from just practicing and testing out my abilities to go ahead and make a website and start charging for the readings. I was always told or brought up to believe, number one, that intuitive gifts are evil and wrong and of the devil. I was also brought up to believe that anyone who does have the gift of foresight or prophecy, that if they charge for it, that means that they're not good or holy. And it took a lot of talking to people to realize that this is it takes a lot of energy out of us when we get all these insights and visions and messages, especially when spirit's not, just like tapping us on the shoulder and whispering in our ear, for our own good or the good of the world or collective, but to technically do secret spy work for people like you. Um, that takes a lot of energy out of us. So, as a single mom with a lot of people who wanted to know, what I can see for them, to serve them and their needs, that I needed to start charging. I was a single mom. I had no child support. Yeah, life was very difficult. Very difficult. I had little boys. When I first started, it was just one little boy. And then a few years later, it was two little boys, and at this present moment, I have given birth to three sons now. One's older, the other one lives with his father, and the youngest one lives with me. So, anyways, that's a little bit of my personal life. Anyhow, so here, I'm back on Bitwine. I quit Taco Bell. I said, to hell with this TV, man. Nobody wanted TV in the first place, right? We have shots for it for a reason. No, I love Taco Bell, really, I do. I had great times at Taco Bell when I first started working there. Like I said, it was one of my first jobs, and that experience with those people actually really shaped who I am today, because they taught me responsibility, they taught me time management, they taught me how to deal with difficult people. They taught me how to like stay motivated. Like, nobody dreams of like making burritos all day, right? So we had to find ways to like make it fun. And we were able to do that. We really were. We got to end up being like the top store in our whole like Tri-County area. I was so good, they sent me to stores to train people, which is now like a position basically that is higher than a GM now, to go to stores and train people. But anyway, I did not like the store I was at last. I was not treated right. I was taken advantage of. And I go too hard for people that don't give a shit. So I had to bring it back to myself. Why was I not doing readings? What happened until 2016 to cause me to end up at Taco Bell? That's a whole another long story. You may have to book a session with me to hear about it, or maybe we'll get close and we'll chat offline, off a session, and you'll hear more about it. But it's a long story. But everything happens for a reason. The good, the bad, the what the fuck moments. It all happens for a reason. We don't always know what it is. Sometimes God's not going to tell us. Sometimes, if we're lucky and we're listening, He will. But trust me on this. There's always layers to it. It's never just one reason. You'll find out 10 years later there's more to the story. Always more to the story. But anyways, I'm here back on Bitwine. My rate is like super low compared to what it used to be. If you check on my old profile or my other profile, the Secret Psychic, I think I was charging like $2.99 a minute. Right now, under the Intuitive Jessica Lee profile on Bitwine, which is where you should be finding this video, I'm only charging like 75 cents a minute right now. Keeping my rate real low because, as I mentioned, there's this gap of time where I wasn't doing readings. It doesn't mean that I just lost my powers, but it does mean I'm out of practice, not just with doing readings professionally, but with connecting with people online. I've been away from the internet, the TV. God really had me in isolation for quite a long time, 7 years to be exact. about 5 years through it, I said, God, is this really going to be 7 years of trials and tribulations? So about 5 years in, I realized this is going to take. It's probably going to take 7 years, and it did. It sure did. 7 years. Stories. I got stories. But yeah. So I'm here now. My rate is super low compared to what it typically is, and really, $2.99 is very low for what I'm able to pull off for. I'd say 95% of the people that do want a reading with me. Um, I'm typically able to connect with people with absolutely no information from them. You don't even have to tell me what you want a reading about, but it does help get to the point quicker. Because let me tell you this, when I do a reading for someone, my personal goal, as far as being a reader, a coach, a guide for people, is to help you reach your highest potential, to help you get closer to the creator, source. Your boyfriend, your lover, and all that, I appreciate that. That is a very important part of your life, but that is not the most important part. So, as your guide, as your counselor, as your psychic, as your connection from the physical world to the spiritual world, my number one goal is your soul and your spirit and your well-being. With that being said, when I do a reading, that's going to be the focus, the general focus. What does spirit want you to know? What do you need to know? What's going on? I want to say usually, but sometimes we as humans, we get so hyper fixated on something that we want, we desire, that we lose sight of other things that may be important. I do it too. That's why I'm aware of this, because do a lot of self-reflection, like, oh yeah, I had my head so far up da-da-da's butt, I didn't realize that my house was on fire. Oh shit, what am I gonna do? So after a few experiences like that, I began to realize, okay, this is just part of the human condition. This is how we're fools. So I have to be mindful of that, not just for myself, but for my customers as well. And what am I trying to get at here? Sorry, I do have ADD. I'm not perfect. I am a human. I may be angelic human, but I'm still not perfect. Nobody is. So where was I going with this? So yeah, so you don't need to give me information for me to do a reading for you, but it will speed things up, because if you're coming to me and you're spending, whether it's 75 cents a minute, or $3 a minute, or whatever, if you're coming to me because you want to know about one person of interest or three persons of interest, or you want to know about your boss or X, Y, and Z, but you don't tell me, I'm gonna go through the usual channels of what's your spirit want you to know, what's your guides want you to know, what's God want you to know, what do you need to know for your life, not for making Billy Bob Paul happy, or what's up with Billy Bob Paul. It's about you. So if you don't want to tell me what you want a reading about, that's fine, love. But just know what direction the reading will be focused on. In general, when the general readings occur, that's how it goes. So if you do want to let me know what you want me to look into, that will speed things up. That way I can bypass that. I can be like, all right, spirit, this is what we're really going to focus on, and if we have time, hopefully we can get to the really important stuff, not the superficial stuff. I don't mean to say that in an assaulting way at all. I know love is important. It drives us all mad and crazy. It inspires us, and it makes us want to cry and die at the same time. It's a very powerful thing. But don't get blinded with lust. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so with all that being said, I'm available. I'm back on Bitwine. I tossed out that Taco Bell hat, and now I'm like, okay, check this out. I've decorated my little workspace. Like a month ago, these walls were bare. They were bare, baby. Alright, so this is my home office. Well, this is actually where I chill and get lazy. This is my nice little... Sorry, I don't know how to work a camera. Alright, so there's that, and then I have this nice little wall. You like what I did there? I got the baby cheesy fish, and he's grown. He grown kitty cat now. Meow. Alright. And then this is where I do readings. There's my little soda. I need to drink more water and tea. But this is where I work now. I got my little collection of cards. Yep, so this is my little work area. I'm Jessica Lee, and I'm back. getting back on my feet. I have a lower rate now, so come and get it while you can. I had to cut my hair off because Taco Bell made me lose my hair. It was that bad, y'all. So yeah, my hair's shorter now. I do have wigs, so occasionally you may see me online with pink hair, black hair, blue hair, whatever, suits my mood that day. Oh, I need a haircut, but I don't want to cut it, because I'm trying to grow it out. I miss my long hair. I did not want to chop my hair out this last time, but my hair fell out so bad. I had bald spots here. And my boss, she like, do it. And I kept telling her, I need to get off these night shifts. I was working the graveyard shift, y'all. Literally. And I have a kid, that's got to go to school in the morning. Oh. And I was short-staffed every night. I mean, I held it down as long as I could. But once I started to see that this lady had no intention of giving me a break, of letting me off the shift, and knew how bad it was affecting me, physically, mentally, emotionally, yeah, time for me to leave. Time for me to go, ma'am. So peace out, Miss Carol, and this is me back on my grind. If you'd like to book a reading, I'm here on Bitwine. My schedule has been inconsistent because I'm still getting back into the swing of things, and also my guides have got me like on this strict, take it easy into this orders. They literally made me sick last week. I mean, I don't want to say it like that. Oh, my evil spirit guys made me sick, but they were warning me. They told me take it slow. I was going for days. I was doing a real good job, being very productive, but my guides kept telling me, you need to rest. You're supposed to take it slow. Don't jump into this too fast. They're promising me absolute success here, but they are very, very serious that I got to ease into this. So I ended up, I ended up getting pretty sick for a few days there. And I was like, well, I guess I have to rest now, don't I? Like, it hit me out of nowhere, too. Oh, it was weird. So I was like, okay. So I can't say it was my guides. They weren't like, well, fuck you, Jess. Now we're going to throw the sick stick at you. But maybe if I would have listened to them the day or two that they said, rest now, maybe I wouldn't have got sick in the first place. So, it depends on how you look at that. Anyways, so my schedule's inconsistent right now. There's an option on Bitwine. You can click it'll give you an alert or an email to let you know when I do log on. I've been told there's kind of a wait when I am online, so if you can't find me there, just send me an email and we can try to schedule a time where we can meet. That way I can make sure my schedule's clear for you. Okay, so hopefully this link will work. So I'm trying to make this intro video for Bitwine specifically. I saw they have a link on my end of the page where I can put an intro video and link y'all to my YouTube. So here I am. It's good to see y'all. Leave a comment, say hi, introduce yourself, and maybe make a friend. Maybe that's a nice vision, right? Hopefully we can all make a group collective here, set the intention for energy for like-minded souls, spirits, people that are on a healing path, people that have good hearts, have a sense of empathy still, the people that are truly, got a heart left in this world. There's a real bad increase in corruption, manipulation, just it's a rough world out there right now. So I'm praying and hoping that all the people that I can connect with, that I can help, that want help, that can help me even. I mean, I'm not perfect. I could use some help too. Hey. But anyways, I hope we can all find a way to meet up together somehow. Emotionally, mentally speaking, of course. Physically would be an amazing miracle. But for now, it would just be great to get a collection of good minds, hearts, and souls together. That's just a little wish out there into the ether for a positive outcome of making this video. Never know. Never know. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I hear from y'all soon. And if not, stay blessed, stay positive, and believe in yourself. And that God is always working with you because He's in you. Amen.